Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Make Your Mark podcast. And boy, do I have an awesome guest for you today. Her name is Mary Gooden, and she's an international speaker, best-selling author and publisher, podcast host, retreat facilitator, and business mentor. Oh my goodness, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? All right, she deeply enjoys being a Sidonian, sun-kissed gypsy, magnificent mother, a wonderful wife, and Mary is the founder of Divine Destiny mentoring, and publishing. She joyfully supports conscious coaches, thought leaders, visionaries, and purpose-driven entrepreneurs build bountiful businesses, become published authors, and align with sovereign success through her VIP programs that amplify visibility, impact, and prosperity for her clients by sharing the powerful stories, messages, and mission on a global platform. Mary has created a VIP experience that amplifies visibility, impact, and prosperity for her clients. Oh my God. Wow, wow, wow. Mary, I'm so excited for you to be here today. This is awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to be with you, Kay. It just the way that it comes out of you, it buzzes in me, wanting to see others stand miraculously in their success. And that goes with prosperity. It goes with being seen. It all is one thing, the impact, the people we came here to be. And put
Right.
all that together, we are VIP, darling.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, the thing is, you've been doing this for a long time and you have experience and knowledge in so many different aspects of business already. I feel like this entire episode can go on for a day, right? But we'll make sure it doesn't. But first of all, I would love for you to share with our audience today a little bit about what your journey looked like to get to the business that you have today, because we all know it doesn't happen overnight.
Well, for me, it started with really a bold and brilliant mind to just hit the ground running at 17 because I wanted to create success. I wanted to get up the ladder as quickly as I could. And for me in that time, and for a lot of us might resonate with, I was choosing to put all my devotion and motivation into somebody else's dream, somebody else's business, someone else's desire. But for a lot of us, it's the way in. I like to call it the corporate carnival. It's our career.
Yeah.
We go in, we give our all to somebody else's company, 9 times out of 10. But for me, that was the developmental phase that helped me to realize that if I can do this for someone else, hot damn, I can do this for me too. And
Right.
so it wasn't wasteful, it was so purposeful. And it wasn't until the moment that I realized that I looked at it as the gift that it was, my corporate career, that I really started to find myself in the place. What I say is I am CEO and founder of my brilliant life. Again,
Right.
because if I can design it for someone else, if I can work a 9 to 5, if I can put 80 hours a week in for something else, I can do it for me. I can do
Mm,
it for my impact.
wow. Yeah. So I love that because I feel like I've been in a similar situation where I was like, oh, holy crap, I can actually do this, right? I'm doing it for somebody else. Why am I not doing it for myself? And so when I had that realization, it was like, I don't know, it was like a ton just lifted off my shoulder. Like, I've proven to myself I can do it. I am enough. So at what point did you realize this for yourself, and what were the feelings like?
Well, I had to go through a series of interesting events. It was part of the process, and my world flipped upside down when I panicked. I started having panic attacks
Oh.
because I was putting in the motivation over here, and I loved the president. I was like VP, and executive leadership. I loved who I worked for. I almost felt I loved who I was. I loved what I was capable of, but I also had a love of and passion for fitness and for my own things. So I was trying to do it all, and panic stole the show. So I did have to go down to rise up, and I had to feel it in
Mm.
my body. I literally, the way I call it now is, and some may resonate, there's a soulful side of me. It was like I had to get back in my body because I was pushing beyond limits that my body my body wasn't capable of. And a lot of us do this. We end up on anxiety medication. We end up in deep states of depression because we're trying to serve our passion and someone else's at the same time. So I had to get with my three non-negotiables, which is what panic taught me. I had to get connected to myself. I
Yeah.
had to take time to move my body, to feel into my body, to get more, to find more healthy ways to move my body. And I had to take time to celebrate my accomplishments. Instead of ticking boxes along the way, I had to pull back and say, wait a minute, look at what I've already accomplished. So
Mm.
it wasn't like go, go, go. What was the affirmation then? Like, you've got fake it till you make it. You've
Oh
got to
yeah.
adapt and overcome. That was my medicine. And so my body said, no, we're not going to adapt and overcome anymore.
Mm.
It took about 4 years to lean into that process of panic and finally resign and choose my dream and my desire, which again begins the roller coaster of almost like finding your way home. But in my body, it felt like panic. It was the switch that was like, you have to change. It's time
Ah,
to do. That's what
okay.
it felt like in my body. So for some people, that's what it feels like. High blood pressure. It feels like
Ooh.
burnout. It
Mm.
feels like fatigue in the body, tired, stress. But for me, all those things found me in a hospital room with panic. And really, at first, I was like, oh, I gotta go. I got work tomorrow. I mean, I was
Yeah.
still trying to ignore that my heart wanted something else.
Wow, that's I feel like when you say it, it sounds so powerful, like so surreal, but I feel like a lot of people go through this, but they ignore it. They don't learn to listen to it, right? Or
Medicated.
right, right, that's right. No, you're absolutely. They go to the doctor, and the doctor says, right, you need this medication, right? And they take medicine for it, and don't actually listen to the body. So how did you realize that? No, I don't need medication. I don't need the doctors. I just need to listen to my body, right? What advice would you give to that person that doesn't understand how to listen to their body? They just need to stop and see what it is that they need to do and redirect themselves.
Yeah. So it's a course I run. It's the way that I give to my clients. And I also have a freebie about it. I have a gift for you about it with
Awesome.
it's my three non-negotiables. So I
Mm.
knew that wasn't my life. And I would have claimed it like, this is not my life. My life is not medicated. My
Right.
life is not, this is not my life. So it's my three non-negotiables, and I'll review them briefly. Number one is that daily connection. This is a daily practice. If you hear anything that I'm saying, it's a daily practice. If you automatically, your mind is saying, I don't have time to add anything to my schedule, the daily practice can happen in as little as 3 minutes a day.
Okay.
If you're still like, I don't believe it, I want you to grab my gift on this, my gift to you, and I want you to find an accountability partner. So daily connection. Who am I? What do I desire? I know that feels funny because I know it's not the way that we were taught. So
Mm.
what we've learned about the way we are taught is where we are right now. Burnt out, tired, stressed, fatigued, unhappy. That's what we've been taught. That's where we are. That's what we've been taught. So flip the switch. I'm just going to check in on me. Show me the way today. What is mine to share? 5 seconds changes your life. Just keep doing it. Number two, it's movement. The body is made of energy. Everything
Right.
is energy, right, Kay?
Mhm.
It's like, I feel the energy in this room. That
Yes.
person feels angry. This person feels happy.
Right.
We're already in it. We're already playing in the energy. This is not new.
Yeah.
What we need
Hmm.
to do is understand that it is energy. There is such a thing. We do have a response and a reaction to every person, everything,
Right.
every experience. So if we move our energy every day, if we go for a nice walk, if we do some tapping on the body, a little EFT, if we can if we do some practices of yoga, if we just do 5 jumping jacks, if
Okay.
I do 5 deep breaths, like right? There's
Right.
energy moves.
Interesting.
Done something different. My energy is moving.
Yeah.
And then number three, my favorite, biggest miss. Nobody wants to do this. I'm not going to call it a gratitude practice. I'm going to call it celebration. Celebrate yourself, for heaven's sakes. Pat yourself on the back. Pick an accomplishment that just happened. Pick an accomplishment of 10 years ago that you forgot to celebrate. Pick something and give yourself props.
I love
It's
it.
not boasting. It's not
Oh,
bragging. This is getting ourselves in a joy-filled vibration and saying, you, the one inside, I'm proud of you. I appreciate you. Celebrate yourselves. And the more that we do it out loud, it's a big miss, right? People won't do it. I'm not going to tell everybody that something amazing happened because they're less fortunate than me. But you
right.
know what you're doing? You're not allowing the people that surround you to learn anything from you.
Mm,
It's like not letting people support you. You're putting a hand up for people that want instant gratification for helping someone. You're putting a hand up. And we do this. If I'm not celebrating, if I'm not sharing with my children, with my partner, with my community, that something amazing happened to me, if I'm dumbing down that frequency of joy, guess what's happening? I'm not spending any time in the frequency of joy or
mm.
celebration. I'm overridden by the frequency of stress or burdens, or I shouldn't celebrate that because somebody might see me.
Right. Oh my goodness. So there's so many things just from what you said there that I want to dig in even further, right? So I feel like there is a mindset block with a lot of this, right? The fact that you're saying that, if you keep certain people around you, you feel like you're boasting and you can't celebrate, like that to me is a blocker. And I know this for sure because I was one of those people. I was like, I can't say nothing, I have to keep quiet. But then I also realized that maybe I just don't have the right people around me if they can't celebrate with me,
And that's so
right?
true.
Yeah.
And let me bring this into business now. So let me bring
Yeah.
this one little idea into
Mhm.
business. If I can't see who I am,
Mm.
if I can't celebrate who I am, guess who's not going to see me?
No
My
one.
ideal audience, my
Right.
ideal clients, my ideal success. If I can't find that vibration inside of me, it's
Mm.
highly unlikely that I'm going to recognize it or anything outside of me is going to recognize it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so I think there comes a place where we're too worried about what other people think and how other people feel that we forget about ourselves and put ourselves last, right? When we're trying to build a business that nobody else around us is trying to build, right? We put ourselves last. So, how do we get through the barrier of letting ourselves know that number one, that's okay. Number two, if you're not in the right environment, that maybe we need to actually do a cleanse of people that surround us. Like, how do we put that in place? Because I know a lot of people feel uncomfortable or even awkward, right, of
Mhm.
making those changes.
Mhm. And it's so easy. And I'm going to say this again, it's so easy. Just like you said, Kay, how do I change it? Well, I recognize that I'm thinking that again. And just that simple. I want to change this.
Mm,
I vocalize that. I call it daily connection.
ah,
And daily connection practices, it's my number one.
okay.
In the first moment of the day, it's my time. It's me time. It's not,
Mm,
what do I have to do today? It's me. Who do I get to be? So that one simple thing that I had stated before I started listing my all three, like just giving yourself a moment before you even get out of bed, hands on heart, show me the way today, right? Who do I get to be?
mm,
Just that one thing. I'm serious. And I know we have to create a new habit, but it
yeah,
only takes a couple seconds. That moment where before you put your feet on the ground getting out of bed, that's the moment I want you to start this.
Mhm.
Because the more you do it, the more you realize, oh my God, I can choose me. First thing in the morning, I can choose me. When you walk out into your life with a full cup, when
Yeah.
you realize that you're worthy of that, your whole life changes. It happens for you. It
Mhm.
stops happening to you.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
happening for you because the first person you get with for the day is you,
Hmm.
not the things you have to do or what the children need or what your partner needs. Yes, I'm saying it's not selfish, it's soulful. So when you say you're saying, Mary, be selfish, why don't you just change that word to being soulful?
Right.
Nobody else in this world is going to choose you first except for you. So
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And do you know what? The fact that I love about what you're saying is something that people tend to forget about, right? So when you're building a business, and we're going back to business again, and we're trying to get clients, and we're trying to scale this business, and we forget to put ourselves first, right? Because we're so in the business, right, and trying to do all these different things and fill all these different, we actually forget our being, our health, and this is why many people get burnt out, exhausted, tired, and all of a sudden the body just stops, and you got to stop,
Mhm.
right? And you got to recover. And so I love the fact that you're saying we've got to bring it back to ourselves. We've got to bring it back to ourselves. If we want to be successful, these are the things that we have to do within ourselves, right? And I love that you empower people to do this. This is awesome. And so we have all sorts of different listeners here, right? We got people that are all business owners but at different levels of their business. And it's so funny because I think we had a conversation some time ago, it was not recorded off camera, where I said to you, I was like, this sounds woo woo. I was never into woo woo. I don't like woo woo, right? That's not me. It's not woo woo. This is what I come to realize is not woo woo. It's the fact that you've got to take care of ourselves, right? You got to put yourself first. Without you being healthy, you will have no business.
Mhm.
Right, you will see no success, no clients. We have to make sure that we are on point. And so, for someone that's just starting out, what would you say is the first step? Right, like getting out in the morning and making sure we connect ourselves is kind of like a bit weird if you're not used to it. And like, really, do I need to do it? What would you say is the first thing that people need to start doing, getting used to kind of break that barrier and get comfortable within ourselves?
Get in your body that this feels different. This feels weird.
Mm,
You
yeah.
have to be willing. If you want your life to be different, you have to be willing to do things different.
Mm,
For the longest time, I don't even know what woo-woo means. I come from 22 years of the corporate industry,
yeah.
executive leadership. And as you were saying, it's not woo. You have to be willing to make the smallest tweaks. Because the
Yeah.
truth of the matter is, friends, is your mind tells your body and your body responds. Period. My heart responds. So if you don't want to, if you're thinking that daily connection, that actually putting your hands on the very lifeblood of who you are feels awkward to you, call it a claim. But when you get out of bed, the first thing you should say is what you claim a desire you want.
Mm,
Don't get up and say, what do I have to do today? Just stop that
mm,
and claim a desire. You can just get up. That is still daily commitment. Get up, stand up, your first breath, your first words, claim what you want.
okay.
Claim what you want. Something to that regard. Make it about you.
Mm,
Make the first moment about you. I don't take calls. I have created multiple six figures in my business in the last 3 years. And
awesome.
I don't take calls until I finish my 3 non-negotiables. I give myself 4, almost 5 hours every single day. I don't save myself for the last part of the day. You must be crazy. If I'm going to go out and give my all, I give
Mm-hmm.
myself the first 4 hours of the day. Did it start like that? No.
Right.
Maybe it started with 3 minutes.
Mm.
It started with very, whatever you want to call it. Okay, here I am. I'm important.
Yeah.
And then, oh, there you are. Because if I can't prioritize me, I'm not really ever prioritizing my clients.
Interesting.
I don't know how to prioritize myself. How the hell do I know how to prioritize you? Really? I would love an answer to that question. How do I even know? If I can't do that for me, I'm just faking it for you because I really don't know because I'm not doing it for me.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a big turn and that's a big
Yeah.
awakener, but
Wow. So, Mary, all sounds good, right? But you're human. I'm human. The people that are listening are human. And we're going to have times and days where we're just not connected with ourselves. Something goes wrong. Something isn't right. We get a devastating news brought to us. How do you then deal with those moments, right? Because we can't stay happy all the time.
well, I don't deal with moments, okay? Because I have daily
Oh.
practices. Because I've consistently changed my life. Why does the human experience, why do you relate to the human experience as one that is stressful and unhappy and
Mm,
busy and bad? Why do I don't relate to the human experience as those things that you just named. My
interesting.
relationship to the human experience is look at all the possibility, look at all the opportunity, look at all these amazing people in humanity that have a heart that is beating with purpose and passion and impact.
Interesting.
Why do you
Okay.
see it the other way?
Ah, right. So you don't have to be in that moment, in that darkness, right? For some
When,
cases, we
right, when are you going to realize that because you have a beating heart, you get to create the life that you want to design? Will you
I
join me there? That's
I
my
love
reality.
it.
Yes, I started where you that thing that you talked about.
Yeah.
Because one day I said, show me the way, because I don't want that way.
Mm.
Show me. It started, I'm sorry. I get when I get passionate.
It's all good. I love it. I love it.
Why? Why? For how long? For how much longer, friends, are you going to look at that experience that has been created for you rather than the one that you can create for yourself?
Mm.
That's my call to humanity, Kay. For
Wow.
how much longer are
It's
you going
true.
to waste time? Go get your flippin' joy. Go
Right.
get your love. Go get your peace. It's
I
the
love
same
it.
thing as going to get what somebody else needs from you. It's
Mm.
different. You're going to get up, you're going to take a breath, hopefully, and you're going to move and you're going to do. But why not do it for you?
I love it.
Watch, watch how everything says, oh, do you see her? Do you see that one? I want to know more. Watch how your clients show up because you've changed your frequency. Remember in the beginning, I'll close the loop. Remember when I said
Yeah.
we're all energy?
Yeah.
Every single thing that we are living in has an energetic impulse.
Absolutely.
So do you. And when
That is
it's
awesome.
pulsating at success and it's pulsating at joy and fun and ease and opportunity and limitlessness,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I live. That's all I can see. That's all I can share. So when you talk about the other, I'm like, how can you not? So I'm on the other end. I'm like, how can you not see this?
Wow. Wait, so do you mean you never get stressed out in business?
Not anymore. I don't need to.
Wow.
Why? What is stress? Let's ask ourselves just for a moment. I know we've
Mhm.
probably got to wrap up soon, but just everybody close your eyes and take a moment and ask yourself, what does stress bring me? What does it bring me? Does it bring me? Do you think a client comes to me when I'm shit?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Do you think that they want to see me, because stress creates frustration. It creates that
Yes.
energy. Do
Mm-hmm.
you think that's what my clients want? And if it is, if that's what I'm magnetizing and I'm getting clients regularly, and is my stress level going up because now all I'm calling it is an equal match to my stress?
Mm,
I'll always be stressed in business because my clients are stressed in business, and there won't
right.
ever be a shift. If I'm stressful, I'm calling in stress. The title to my book, coming soon, is called Let It Be Easy, Let It Be Fun. Create an extraordinary life and business in 3 simple steps. If I'm stressful, I'm calling in stress. And so when my clients approach, they're going to be hard to work with. If I'm
Yes,
able to get away from
absolutely.
stress, they're going to be hard to work with. So I might have a shit ton of them. They're going to be hard to work with.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if
So,
I'm passive, and I'm not passive, but if I'm like Joy, then I'm going to get people that are
mm,
excited to grow their business. They're excited to meet new people. They're excited to build an empire. Then guess what's going to
absolutely.
be excited? Guess what frequencies? So no, I don't claim stress in my business. I am a sovereign success strategist. I claim ease. I call my clients in. So I call in, where are my soul aligned or frequency aligned, or where are my best clients? I'm calling in my best clients today. I pray that they have the courage to say yes to themselves, and they have the courage and resources to say yes to me. That's how I am. That's
Love
where
it. I love it. Oh my goodness. I know at this point, people are thinking, oh my goodness, I need to connect with Mary. How do I reach out to her? So, where can they go to connect with you?
Well, I'd love for you to go grab a little bit more inspiration about everything I just
Mhm.
spoke to today, which is the claim it, create it, and celebrating your life.
Ooh.
If you find yourself wanting more of that, and you want more of me, I want you to go to www.marygooden, MaryGooden, and then I want you to put that
Mhm.
gift, GIFT. It's www.marygooden.com/gift. And that will help you or support you and seeing more of how I take it every day, how I go every single day, my daily commitments to these 3 non-negotiables.
Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for this awesome gift. Oh my goodness, that's and you've given so many golden nuggets in such a short amount of time and so much inspiration, motivation. I absolutely love your energy. Thank you for coming onto the show and just being completely vulnerable and authentic and just giving it your all. I love it.
Thanks, Kay. Thank you all so much for listening, and I can't wait to see you soon.
Absolutely. Thanks for listening to Make Your Mark podcast at www.makeyourmarkpodcast.com. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get this and every other episode that comes out. We have lots of great stuff coming, so make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss it. And thank you in advance for all the reviews and comments. I appreciate it so much, and I look forward to serving you in next week's episode.